Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Chicago Bears have signed veteran tight end Marcedes Lewis, who, with this signing happening, Marcedes Lewis will enter his 18th season in the NFL. I mean, wow. His 18th season in the NFL. I mean, he's been around for a long time. He's been in the NFL since 2006, was drafted by the Jaguars. Was with the Jags until 2017, and since then he spent his last 5 seasons with the Packers. You know, he hasn't been great, but hasn't been bad with the Packers. I honestly was expecting Marcedes Lewis to sign with the New York Jets. He was a guy that Aaron Rodgers wanted to return. Aaron Rodgers sort of had a wish list when going to the Jets. He didn't get everything he wanted. He wanted Odell Beckham Jr., which Odell ultimately signed with the Ravens, but he wanted guys like Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb, who were his former teammates in Green Bay. And another guy on his list was Marcedes Lewis. He wanted, Marcedes Lewis. He wanted the Jets to sign Marcedes Lewis, Randall Cobb, Allen Lazard, and Odell Beckham Jr. Ultimately, Rodgers got 2 of the 4 with Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb. Didn't get Odell, didn't get Marcedes Lewis. But how about the Chicago Bears? How about them stealing over some of the tight ends for the Green Bay Packers? I mean, they were really taking everybody from Green Bay. They signed Robert Tonyan, tight end for Green Bay, who had a lot of injury problems this season, but in the past has been great for Green Bay, and just was amazing for them for a couple years. And he's now in Chicago, and I think it should be interesting to see who's Chicago's starter. I do think Cole Kmet will be their starter, but I think you have a really nice 1-2 punch with the tight end position in Chicago between Cole Kmet and Robert Tonyan. But then they also signed the Green Bay's other tight end, Marcedes Lewis. So now they picked up both tight ends that Green Bay had last year. So Chicago stealing some tight ends from their division rival. This season with Green Bay, he started in the last 2 seasons. He started all 17 games. So he played in all 17 games, started in all 17, was only targeted 7 times, and had 6 receptions for 70 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. He's not a guy that gets targeted a lot. He's a great blocker. He's a great run blocker. He's like an extra O-lineman out there. Rodgers did not target him a lot last year, even though he started at 17 games. He had a way better year in 2021, though. Played in 17 games in 2021 with 17 starts, had 28 targets and 23 receptions for 214 receiving yards and 0 touchdowns. Had 10 catches for first downs, though, with his longest being 23 yards. 2020 with the Packers, he had 110 receiving yards with 3 receiving touchdowns, and played in all 15 games, starting in all 15 with 17 targets and 10 receptions. 2019 with the Packers, had 160 receiving yards with 1 receiving touchdown. 16 games, 11 starts, 19 targets, and 15 receptions. 2018 with the Packers, only played in 4 games and 4 starts. That's his first year in Green Bay, though. 3 receptions, and 40 receiving yards. So it was never that great in Green Bay, but he was doing more. He basically started almost every game he played in Green Bay. He played in Green Bay. There was only 5 games he played in Green Bay that he didn't start. That was in 2019 with 5 games. I'm not going to go over every year he had in Jacksonville because he was in Jacksonville for a while. But I'm going to go over some of his best years in Jacksonville. His best year is definitely 2010 with Jacksonville, where he was a Pro Bowler. 2010 was Marcedes Lewis's only Pro Bowl selection. In 2010, he played in 16 games with 16 starts, 89 targets, 58 receptions, 700 receiving yards, 10 receiving touchdowns, and that is his best year in the NFL. Couple of his top other years, 2012 had a really good year. 16 games, 15 starts, 77 targets, 52 receptions, 52 receptions, 540 receiving yards, and 4 receiving touchdowns. Also 2011 was a really solid year. 15 games, 15 game starts, 77 targets, 52 receptions. That's 2012. That's his Okay. 2011, 15 games, 15 starts, 85 targets, 39 receptions, 460 receiving yards, and zero touchdowns. 2009 with the Jags, which was another really good year. Played 15 games, 15 starts, 59 receptions, 59 targets, 32 receptions, 520 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. He's never been that much of a receiving tight end. He's been a decent receiving tight end and a great blocking tight end. I think he should be great for the Bears offense as a blocker and a solid receiving guy, but he's a guy who does not, get a lot of yards, but it does bring a huge impact on the field, blocking and a little bit of receiving. This is a really solid addition for the Bears. They have a strong tight end room as well with Marcedes Lewis, Robert Tonyan, and Cole Kmet. I really like this tight end room that the Bears have for Justin Fields for this upcoming season. Use your thoughts on the signing. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.